going, coming, making things, breaking things. Yeah, that's it. Keep them busy. Yeah. They won't bother you that way. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, now you got it. Relax. Now, another thing besides looking busy is look worried. You see, if you look busy and you look worried, they'll never bother you. Right. Yeah, worried, more worried. Yeah, that's good. Oh, they'll leave you alone for sure. All right, very good. Okay. Now, another thing, I got two more things here. Okay, my two favorite lines, okay? You say this is when all else fails, okay? Now open up here, this is the first line, and it goes, I'm sorry. Try it.
I'm sorry.
Well, you have to have a little remorse. You got to act like you really believe it. Try it again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good. I'll tell you the truth, you will be sorry so many times that by the end of your life, you'll be completely sorry. Okay. Now another line here, open up. This line is, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's especially good when you don't mean it. Try it.
I'm fine.
Oh, good.
I'm fine. Oh, I am fine.
You got it.
I'm fine.
Good.
I am fine.
Minute.
I'm sorry.
Oh, now you're getting the hang of it. Okay, now, hold on to this one here because let me tell you about this guy here, okay? Now, this is when you're a little older because, sometimes life will just come up and bite you in places you don't want to be bitten. And it gets really tough, and it gets hard to deal with. So what we got here, miss, is a bag full of addictions. Yeah, we got all kinds of addictions. You can get addicted to smoking and drinking and shopping, and you can get addicted to your own self if you work at it. And anyway, so when you feel the life coming down on you and you don't know what you're doing, you just dip into this addiction bag, and I promise you, honey, here you go. You work on that addiction bag, and I'll tell you one thing. You won't feel a thing.
Thank you. I've been working on that addiction thing since I was born. I've gotten very good at it. Especially the eating addiction. Right now, Errol is going to perform a poem that he wrote called In Their Midst.
I've been very inspired by the poetry of Rumi, and in that tradition, this is a celebration of our connection with the divine, as Rumi calls it often, with the friend, with the beloved, with the guest. For the sake of this poem, I call it with God. And it's based upon a passage that says, wherever two or more gathered in my nature, in the nature of the beloved, there I am in their midst. Ali, you would play track 3. That's okay. You want to try the other one? I have a little motto that I want to share while he's doing this, and that is, if all else fails, take it personally. Are we ready? And if not, I'll do it without you. Okay, that's it. Here we go, in their midst. God lies in wait to get to us. Wherever we touch, He emerges. Even a smattering of God is still God. When our eyes engage, even if the best we can summon is a question, possibility, a hope, God peeks through into time and space, out from behind the weathered vision of indifference. Even the excuse me from an innocent bump on a crowded bus offers God a tiny entry into the finite, and she willingly appears in the middle of the satisfaction of a job well done. But thank yous are God's specialty, where He really works His magic of appearing out of nowhere. He jumps onto them like a desperate hitchhiker, finally catching a ride after waiting eternally for that instantaneous lift. Tears lubricate God's journey into our awareness. Tears lubricate God's journey into our awareness. And innocent laughter is like bubbles that God can fly upon, retrieving Him from the encrusted heart rejections He sustains over and over and over, almost without end. Now, rejoice how God is delivered from oblivion by an embrace, an inviting gesture, a fraternal nod, and when hatred is dissolved by forgiveness, you can almost look God straight in the face as she stands full front before you. And God comes especially to life when faith masters adversity, when courage slays the shadow, when love consumes the spurious terror. And when babies are conceived, whether they are to become people, ideals, inventions, or sculptures of the mind, God veritably tumbles into our existence. But when we actually call her out by living her way, God kicks up her heels with unmitigated delight, so happy to be amongst us once again. He breaks forth in peak crescendo during those spontaneous moments when we become willing to let Him out at the forefront of our creation. And God walks quietly into our hearts when we are consumed with grief, laid barren by disappointment, burdened with sorrow. That is, if we remember to enclose an invitation. And in those still moments when we stand naked before the mirror of self-awareness and make the choice to see through our own translucent eyes, God looking back at us, then God makes His presence most fully apparent. When we stand naked before the mirror of self-awareness and make the choice to see through our own translucent eyes, God looking back at us, then God makes her presence most fully apparent.
Thank you so much to Errol and Michelle for a wonderful and for a humorous, you're right, performance, and for that lovely poem. We appreciate it.